Welcome. You're listening to the Leading Hope Podcast. My name is VJ Williams, here with my friend and Pastor Kevin Jack. Thank you for joining us and taking time out of your day to become a better leader. If you're new, we release a new episode every Wednesday. We would love for you to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Get that downloaded today and follow along with us each week. Also, share this on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube with a friend, and rate and review or both. You won't believe how that helps get this podcast in the hands of so many more leaders just like you, trying to get better like us every week. And visit leadinghope.online to get updates. Find out more about the Leading Hope community. Kevin, today we are in episode 210.
210.
Or some would say 210. You've titled this
Better. First episode of 2024.
Better. So you want everybody to get better.
Yeah. And that's the key, is I want people to get better, not better at.
Oh.
So we kind of we've been doing this for a couple of years now. We kind of use the podcast like throughout the year. Three. Oh man.
What is 52 times?
Would be more than that.
Three.
So that'd be like
coming up on
156 would be 3 by 52.
Talk about fast math.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Did you take math in college?
One class.
One class?
So it's 4 years.
Yeah, almost.
No, it's 4 years.
Is it 4 years?
Because it'd be 208 will be 4.
Oh my goodness.
Years.
We just passed it and we had no clue.
Yeah, there it goes. 2 episodes ago. Happy 4 years, VJ.
We just wasted 3 minutes.
So
we got to get better.
So we spend throughout our year focusing on like, hey, here's what we're learning. Here's what we're struggling with. Here's hopefully tools, other pieces, perspectives that'll help you. I always want to take these like episodes right at the end of the year, start of the year to when people are like in natural goal setting mode.
Yep.
Natural. I got a whole year ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. So to just rethink some stuff and maybe change the conversation to a more healthy, helpful way. So the idea I want to get into is that we focus on getting better at skill, technique, ability, which is essential. But that you should also do it with the lens of what will make you better.
Yeah.
What will make you, one of the first series we did was we talked about personal culture.
Yeah.
Not just the culture that you in, but the culture that you carry with you. Like the word is ethos.
Yep.
Like the idea, like the ethos is the essence of who you are. If you're really fancy, you'll call it ethos.
Yeah.
But it's the essence of who you are, the culture that you carry with you. And so this is a really weird metaphor. Okay. But imagine a monster, okay? But the monster has it's really small. It's pretty weak. Doesn't have any weapons.
Doesn't sound like a monster.
Nothing sharp on it. Like, right?
Yeah. I'm with you.
That's a puppy, Kevin. That's not a monster.
Yeah,
it's a pet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get that. Now, even if it had malicious intent, bad desires.
Okay.
Then you take that same thing and you put fangs on it, claws on it. Mm-hmm. You give it ability. Now it's a monster.
Yeah.
Now it's an issue.
Yeah.
And so here's the path I want to run down is
come on, 2024.
We label people narcissists who have great ability. But there's a whole bunch of narcissists who just aren't good at anything. And the intent for self-promotion and running over others is there. We just don't realize it because they haven't been platformed, because they don't have significant talent, significant gifting, significant ability. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so my concern is that whenever people go I'm going to get better at this, or I'm going to get great at this, and to go, what you might be doing is you might be creating a monster.
Oh, wow.
And the potential for it's there. It just doesn't have any of the fangs, claws, teeth, hear that as influence, power, resources that we associate with someone who actually is a monster.
Yeah.
And so to just kind of redirect the conversation, and this is like the full circle on it, and then I'll see where you want to head on it, is instead of picking something that you simply want to be better at, you need to pick something that will also make you better.
Okay.
That will make you a better person in the process.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, you're already a narcissist. No one cares because they're not aware of what you're doing or paying attention to you.
Gotcha.
And as soon as you do that, and I believe this, character is acquired through two specific things.
Yeah.
Character is acquired from the people that you're around. So that's an essential piece. Like, character is built through osmosis.
Right.
But it's also acquired through the difficult things that we do and the reasons why we do them.
Yeah.
And so to go like, two people can be engaged in the same activity and come out of it with different character because their motivations for gaining ability are very different.
Yep.
If the one person's going into it for self-promotion, they're going to come out of it a jerk.
Right.
If the other person is doing it for a noble cause, reason, benefit of others, then they're going to come out of the difficult work not just better at it, but a better person to begin with.
Yeah.
And so to say, like, I just like for people to pause for a second and just to go, part of this is check your motivations, check other pieces, but like, someone who runs a marathon, they do not simply come out of it a long distance runner.
Yeah.
They come out of it someone who is disciplined, someone who understands the grind, someone who's able to get through these different things. When someone comes out of like graduate school or different work or Navy SEALs training or all these other things, I'm just like in your head, everything that's difficult. They come out of it, not just better at a skill, but they come out of it holding internal skills and ability that are invaluable, but the motivations for why they do it changes how it affects them from the core.
This is going to be a great, I love this conversation because now we're going to take it, and I'm just going to take it here in just a second, but like, just quick example of what you're saying. I have been part of apps that we've built, like in my corporate world, a part of.
Fresh on your mind because we're talking about it now.
I have not built an app. Okay. I am currently building an app.
Great.
That's going to make me better at app building, but not it could help me be better in general.
Yeah.
But it doesn't by itself.
Correct.
So just this,
or just to acknowledge, it could make you better at app building, but worse as a human.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like that's kind of what we're saying. We're not trying to just learn skills just to become better at the thing. We're trying to become better. So we could take this a mile this way or that way and go through all these things. Let's just do it this way.
Can I talk about one thing?
Sure.
Real quickly.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's like sometimes I'll hear parents that they want to get their kids into like, and here's my guess. This is my concern with giving an example like this is that like the parents who are offended might be the ones that I'm actually talking about and they're not going to hear me. And so like saying this has no benefit other than antagonizing people.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll hear people say like, I need to get my kids in martial arts training so they know how to defend themselves.
Okay.
And I want to be like, no, your kid's the bully.
Oh.
And now you're putting weapons in their hands.
Gotcha.
Like you had this like monster with no fangs, no claws, no teeth, and that was fluffy and soft. And now you're creating one that can now do significant damage. Yeah. And I understand the desire to defend. Like, I'm not trying to delve into all that. I'm all good with that. But to say like, what's your real motivation here? Because you're saying to defend, but they use it to attack. And so, and I want to take that like, there's just like a really easy way of people understanding this and to go, why do you push so hard for certain people to get into different things? Because it might actually be making the world worse when they acquire skills. Sorry. Now you can take it wherever you want to go.
I mean, the way I want to take it, but I get what you're saying. It's like, go ahead.
For fear of someone going, that's about me. that's actually about my friend that I grew up with when I was in elementary
There we
school.
go. Yeah.
That's what I'm tracing
Yeah.
it back to.
Yeah.
Because I just thought of some other friends
Yeah.
who have kids who are in
Yeah.
martial arts, and
It's not them.
Oh no, I don't want any of them to think that's what I'm talking about.
Not you.
Yeah.
Except one of our rules is if you think it's about you, it's probably about. No, I'm just joking.
But I am talking about my friend who would always do moves on me, and it was made me mad.
Yeah, I think the importance of the rest of this episode is to take people through the only way to do this is us actually talk about the new year and how we want to get better.
Yeah, that's good.
Not like, so do you want to start? Like,
I don't want to start, but I can.
I think it's Leading Hope with Kevin Jack. So, I think that's where, like, so there's a number of things that you could do that would make you better that could also make you a monster.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
What are you going to do to make sure it's actually making you the right kind of better this year, 2024? Come on, somebody.
Well, I'm trying to think through because this is where I typically consult my wife.
Yeah.
Like legit. And
we've talked about that several times.
How do I need to get better? Because I don't know what it's like to live with you. So let me ask you.
Yeah.
Because you're the closest thing to my wife.
Yeah, I mean,
I found out at the staff Christmas
I love how
party.
you turn this back on me.
I found out at the staff Christmas party they were going to make us play a game. Because like when they do like a wedding with the bride and groom, they like have like the bride gets the groom's shoe and the groom and they're like, who's more likely? They sit back to back. They hold up the shoe. They were going to make us do that, but then you couldn't be there because of stuff with your kids.
Yeah, that's funny.
So let me ask you then, how do I need to get better?
Well, I know for me, I don't know.
I'm asking you to answer for me.
Yeah, and I get that. I don't know the specifics because you're already pretty disciplined, so it's not a discipline
correct
thing that you would need to get better at. I think you're in a spot that you're leading at a high level, but there's coming another season in which you don't know how to lead at.
Accurate.
And it's just learning what you need to know to lead at that level.
Good.
So those are the things I don't know what those are specifically as we sit here at, on a podcast, but I know that those things are coming quicker than we probably can realize. And you're going to have to do some things, maybe it's hard season part 2.
Yeah.
That's going to come up. I don't know if that's specific to what you're asking, what you
I think in leadership, one of the things that I have always worked in this sense of like, if you report to me, it's because you don't need to report to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get into the nitty gritty week to week establish. I trust people to handle that. In that, I lead primarily through coaching, developing, encouraging, and clarifying.
Yeah.
And then I release and empower people to go do it.
Right.
I know some things I need to get a little better at is not just natural deadlines, but insisting on artificial deadlines.
Yeah.
I know I need to get a lot better on holding the line. Like I'm good at holding the line for other parts of our organization.
Yeah.
I'm not as great at holding the line because people naturally do it. So I would say like the bar should be higher for our best leaders in terms of our culture.
That's right.
There should be zero, like for the whole, it's like, that's okay. That can slide. Like it's still within the, like, I don't know how to say, like they're still on the, oh my gosh, I forgot terminology. Like the road. What's the edge of the road before you're in the grass?
I forget now. Oh my gosh, the berm.
The berm.
Yeah, something like that.
I was like, if I just mumble it, people think we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, that thing called berm.
Yeah, so it's like, so for like a lot of our people, they can be on berm, and that's
people are right now driving in their cars going, "You idiots! It's called the berm."
Message us, let us know your stories whenever you got on the Leading Hope podcast, and what the stupid thing on the side of the road is called. Yeah. So like some people in our culture, they can be on that and it's okay. But for our top level leaders, they better be locked in their lane. And I don't do as good at locking people in their lane and going, you really can't be a foot off.
Yeah.
It can't be driving on the line. It's not okay. The shoulder. There we go.
Here we go.
So I think those are some areas that I need to get better at. Now, how I need to get better within it would be the acknowledgement of how I continue to navigate prioritizing relationship over outcomes and wanting the best for the individual by holding them to a higher standard.
Gotcha.
I think how I become a monster in this.
That's what I'm glad that you didn't have me ask you that.
How I become a monster would be like, because it's not just one angle. It's like, there's a top and I could roll off and become a monster either way.
Right.
The first one we wouldn't describe as a monster. I don't care about outcomes, which is not a monster to anyone who's impacted. It's a monster because
it's a monster to the vision.
Exactly. It's a great phrase.
Real monster to the, that's a whole nother topic.
So if I'm
write that down. Monster to the vision.
So if I'm unwilling to become that, I hurt people that I'll never see because they never benefit from who we're meant to become.
Right.
If I only prioritize outcomes and don't prioritize relationships, then I just become an efficient dictator. And that's not beneficial because the culture then becomes oppressing.
That's so good. That's really powerful.
Yeah. So that's
your 2024.
So to acknowledge, that's big.
Like, I mean,
this is what I need to get better at. But in this getting better at, this is how I need to get better in doing it.
That's good. That's good.
How about you?
For me, I just I wrote it down when we did the unreasonable offering. And I'll just talk about it maybe a little more at length. It's like the reason, and I'm a capacity person. It just I have a high engine, high capacity, doing things here that in ministry that haven't. I'm stretching myself in good ways, but it also can be a monster because then where do you go to if you're not releasing the stress or the parts of your life that in the organization, where's that going? It could be home, it could be in friendships, it could be other places that you know what I mean? Because I don't know how to explain it, but like friendships should grow. But for me, it's less important than the vision that God gave me for my life.
Okay.
Like, but you still need community.
Yep.
But you also got this other thing. So it's this back and forth, good guy, bad guy thing that I run in my head. I'm thinking, well, I should go do this other thing, but maybe I should also be leaning more into what we need to do for next year because that's really important. And that's why I moved my entire family from Ohio in high school all the way down to Lakeland. So it's this thing that you wrestle with back and forth. Like, I'm really here for this. But these things are important.
I can't. Yeah, you treat it as like second tier because you go, I did not move from where I've lived my entire life
10-mile radius
to go have lunch with these people here.
Right.
I came to accomplish this.
Right.
But if I don't have lunch, then my life is joyless and only purposeful.
Exactly. And so for me, the way that I'm actually to do both and do it really well is to be disciplined in not just a couple things, in all things. And that's just as simple as spending more time with God at the times I can spend time with that I need to do it, just as much as the other things that I need to do with physical fitness, like all those things. And that's why I'm asking God specifically. I'm like, the only way this is I'm actually going to become the most disciplined version that you created me to be, not that I want to be, that you created me to be. Yeah. Right. Is for him to actually change my mind on how to approach it. And so I have to do that, or I don't ever think. I know we've had the conversation of the snap and stuff that I could get
rubber band.
Yeah, the rubber band. I could get closer. I'm always going to lean. I'm never going to have enough slack. I'm not going to be. I just don't live my life that way. Yeah. Because I get bored easily too. Yep. So I'm always going to lean, but I don't know that I'd ever snap. I would get to the point, if I don't do this now, I would get to the point where I would just do something else. Still with the mindset of I still have the vision on my life for like find one more VJ, because that's never going to go away. It happens all the time. Yeah. That God is always going to have me. But if I don't get disciplined now, I'll find other ways to do that when I'm supposed to do it here.
I understand what you're saying.
So I just got to keep being the disciplined version of myself in order to accomplish what he actually created me for. Like, why did he give me a name?
It's good.
Why did he create me? Why did he give me this opportunity? Why did he give me any kind of influence that he has ever given?
Good.
Why? Wasn't for me.
Good.
So yeah,
I love it.
It's going to be hard. Like, it's not going to be easy. Like, you know,
I like it.
Because I mean, that is for me, and this is really just brass tacks, and this is maybe too much for people, but I think maybe someone will see something in this. It's like work until 5, go home, eat dinner, talk to your wife for a little while you're eating dinner. Maybe my kids are older, so they're driving, so they're in and out, like they're gone. And it's like, hey, what's up? Hey, good. How are you doing? How's school? Good. Great. All right. Peace. Like, it's literally really quick like that. And then laptop out.
Yeah.
Work until tired.
Yep.
Close laptop. Wake up early. Open laptop.
Can I
I need to
switch your question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think your question of becoming the most disciplined version of yourself ever
Yeah.
is great, but you need to combine the outcome more into it.
Yeah.
Knowing that you are someone who thrives on not accomplishment, impact.
Yeah, impact. Yeah, for sure.
And you derive a lot of joy from that.
Yes.
So physical fitness gives you energy to do all the other things you want to do, and you enjoy it yourself. So like, I want to be the most disciplined version I've ever been, and in doing so, become the most joyful version of myself I've ever been.
Yeah, I received that.
Good.
That's really good.
I'd like to retitle the episode.
Oh, good.
I'd like to title it A Better Monster.
A Better Monster.
Yeah.
I'm going to make that note right now so I don't forget.
Yeah.
But that's fantastic. I think we're just about out of time.
Oh, we're way over time.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's good.
That's good.
It's a great day.
Sometimes it's not 20 minutes because
Everyone's got 22-ish minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, we're good.
Wrap it up. A Better Monster.
Now, I want people to see your skill development without also equaling character development is dangerous. It's dangerous.
That's good.
And so a lot of that is who you do it with. A lot of that is the motives that you have. And so don't just get better at something, get better as a person to begin with.
There you go. Episode 210. I can't believe 4 years and we don't even care about it. Which is actually that's really good. That was a whole nother thing I was going to bring up, but we can talk about that another time.
Cool.
If you're new to the podcast or haven't yet subscribed, it'd mean the world to us if you did that now. Also post about it, rate and review, or both. Won't believe how that helps get this podcast in the hands of so many more leaders just like you. We love hearing your stories of how the podcast is working in your life or business. If you have a story, DM us, send us a note on leadinghope.online. We would love to hear from you and what you're going to be getting better at this year, or how you're going to be getting better. Everyone has 20 minutes to learn to become a better leader. Make it count. Woo!